Hi guys, happy Saturday evening. Not 6 o'clock, it's evening, right? I am in the kitchen making dinner, which sounded so amazing in my head until the smells hit me, and now I'm super nauseous and I don't know if I can eat. Well, let me show y'all what I made. Very basic. I quartered up a chickens and cooked it up in cream of chicken base, a little bit of seasoning, salt and pepper, very basic. Got some green beans and onions that I think I cooked the snot out of because they're looking a little shrivelly. And then some mashed taters, which are looking a little dry. I think I'm going to have to add a little more milk to them. But I'm telling you, it sounded good. Jeez. It sounded good during the daytime. It looks so nice, and I can't, my tummy is just not okay. I thought it was because I hadn't eaten. I've been up since around 9 a.m. and I've had some watermelon. I've had a couple of tangerines, a couple of Gatorades, some water, a lot of water. But I haven't been hungry, and then I got hungry. And since little dude did eventually leave with his dad, I'm like, I'm going to bake me a chicken. I have a few potatoes that haven't sprouted yet. I can make some mashed potatoes and just throw a veggie in there. Because this is when I take advantage of being able to cook something different. And then just eating stuff that I want to eat when little dude is gone. Today's been rough. Like, I woke up, again, I didn't sleep very well. I woke up in a lot of pain in my body. I'm having one of those big bruise days. The tingling in my toes and my fingers is really bad today. It's worse in my fingers. I don't know what the gabapentin's doing, but it ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing because my fingers feel just bad. I went outside because I heard thumping. Let's try these taters. I heard thumping on the side of the house, and I'm like, my neighbors must be working on the fence again. That's nice. My neighbors must be working on the fence, and sure enough, y'all know how I had the back fence decorated? Well, the whole fence, but the back fence decorated with my little whatnots. When I got back there, the fence was gone, and all my little whatnots were on my patio table. And he's like, I didn't break anything. I didn't throw away anything. Everything that was on the fence is I placed on your table, and I was real careful with everything. I knocked earlier, but you must have been asleep. I'm like, yeah. It was like 9 something. I didn't salt my green beans. It was like 9 something when I heard the pounding, so I was out there by 10 just to investigate, you know. And they're putting up an 8-foot fence to keep the doggy from jumping into my yard and escaping, because the doggy's famous around the neighborhood for being quite the escape artist, and they're starting to get fined for her. After so many times that the animal shelter picks your dog or cat up, your fines go up, and they can end up taking your pet. So they're trying to make sure that the doggy is not going to escape. So I haven't been back there to see if they finished. Just now I went out to water my plants, and I saw that the truck that they were hauling the fence parts in is still in the garage. Hey, we're having dinner together. I hadn't planned on it, but this is actually tasting okay. But I had planned on running away and going to my mommy's and my sister's and vegging out there, but I have stuff to do here. I have laundry. I didn't do laundry last week, so I have laundry I need to do. I'm just try and feel normal. I need to rest. I keep dozing off, and I don't want to do that to my sister. I don't want to just doze off on her. So I decided I'd stay home and be a good little house mother. I did vacuum up all the little dead leaves from the plants. Gave them all a good soaking drink of water, and the house is straight. It's straight. I haven't mopped, so I can't say that it's clean, but it's straight. And I decided that we're making the banana bread after dinner. My last few little bananas were looking almost too far gone. Like they're going to go from super ripe to rotten. And I ain't trying to make none with no rotten nanners. So I peeled them and I put them in a baggie just to be ready. And they don't look bad. Unpeeled, they looked disgusting. But peeled, they're just really ripe bananas. I got the cake mix. I got a loaf pan, but I think the loaf pan is going to be too small. The recipes, all the recipes that I've been Googling say to split between 2 8x4 loaf pans. I know I have them, but that would mean I'd have to bend down into the cabinet there and look in my baking cabinet, and my back, my body, my arms. It's not, I'm not gonna. So I opened the little baking cabinet, and the first thing I found was a 9x5 loaf pan. And then I have maybe a kind of square cake pan, but I'm like, do you want banana bread or do you want banana cake? If I make it in the cake pan, it's going to be more of a cake, and I want the look of banana bread. So I already know, guys. I already know, because my pan seems a little small. It's going to take forever to cook. I already know. So this whole 350 for 45 minutes to an hour is going to be like 350 for an hour and a half. Okay. I do not have the best of luck with banana bread or banana baked products. They always end up coming out tasty, but never in the amount of time that it's supposed to take. It's always longer. But I'm still going to make it. Only thing is, I didn't have the energy to go to the store and get walnuts. I have some pistachios, but I don't want to peel them, and they're salted, so I don't like that. So it'll be sans walnuts. Yeah, no, I don't have any. But that's what I'm going to get myself into. It's only 6:11. It seems so much later because it gets dark so much earlier. And little dude's not here, so it's really quiet. I don't hear him walking around. I don't have nobody to talk to. But he wanted to go with his dad, so that's good. And coming to find out, his dad now knows. I don't know if he knows everything, because he's a little dense, okay? I told you I talked to his wife. We get along pretty well. Y'all been with me a while. You know this. And about a week ago, she reached out to me and said, I don't want to get too personal. If you don't feel comfortable sharing these types of things with me, I understand. But I was on TikTok because I started posting a few little things on TikTok. 1 or 2 little things, but enough for somebody to be like, what's wrong with her? And she knew I was going through something, but she didn't know what. This is before I had posted the bald head pictures and the bald head video. I don't think the video is on TikTok, but the collage of the pictures of me taking it off and being silly, that was on TikTok. And I'm still really learning how to use TikTok, so I'm like, I didn't know just anybody could view it. Depends on your settings and stuff. I had no idea. So she saw it on TikTok. We're friends on TikTok. She saw it on TikTok. Again, she didn't know what was wrong, and I couldn't remember what I had posted, so I didn't know how deep into it I had gone. I ended up just, letting her know what what the situation was, you know, with the diagnosis and everything. And she came clean and said, does my ex know? I'm like, no, I don't want him to know. I said, he's not, I don't need him to know. I don't need anything from him. I've already discussed with Caleb that if he feels the need to talk to his dad about it, he absolutely can. But I'm not going to just go and, you know, let my ex in on my business, because he is not built for that. He's just not built for that. He's either going to say something insensitive, or he's going to somehow twist it around and make it about him. I already know, so no. I said, I don't need him to know anything. And she apologized right away. She said, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I did not know. She said, I mentioned to him that he may want to reach out to you because I saw something on TikTok that said, you know, that showed you were going through something. Maybe you were sick. And I am so sorry. I didn't know. You would not have wanted him, you know, involved. Because of Caleb, I thought maybe you all had already discussed something or needed to discuss something. I said, you know, don't even worry about it. I said, don't worry about it. I said, he ain't contacted me yet. So I asked Caleb, has your dad brought up anything, contacted you about anything in regards to my health? And he said no. And I told him it was perfectly okay if he had. He could be honest with me. I didn't want him to think that he was not allowed to talk about it with him. I reminded him, if you need to talk to him, absolutely go for it. But no, according to him, his dad hasn't brought it up, hasn't mentioned it. He hasn't reached out to me. So this is what I'm telling you. This is the kind of person he is. If that man has had any thought about my being sick, his thought is probably like, oh my gosh, if she dies, does that mean I'm going to have to take Caleb? That's the type of man he is. So he's probably only worried about that. But as far as reaching out to be a helping hand or a listening ear, this poor lady, no matter what she's gone through with this man, no matter what he's put her through, still has a glimmer of hope that he can be a decent human being in regards to anybody else's feelings. I'm like, wow, 10 years in and you still ain't figured out that ain't the case. I think she's about 85% convinced. They're still separated. She's still on her own. But because she's in the house with her children, their children, and he's paying the mortgage, he comes in and out as he pleases, still carrying on his conversations with other women while in the house. It's a horrible situation. And even though she's still in her heart of hearts thinks that this man would reach out to me and try and be of some kind of assistance. Crazy, huh? Excuse me, I had to get a drink. I'm sitting here eating, getting parched, and I'm like, I didn't get a drink. I'm drinking water. Because one, I need to be drinking water. I love water, and I don't think I've had water. Well, I had some water today, but not with any food. I just drank it because I know I need to be drinking it, and it's just so refreshing with a meal. I know a lot of people don't like water. I don't understand that. But I will say some water is very ugh. My water intake at work since I left the other clinic has gotten so bad, guys. I used to drink 4 during a work day, 4 40-ounce cups, tumblers of water. Easy. 4 40-ounce tumblers of water a day, and I loved it. It was so delicious. It was so crisp. It was so fresh. So when I moved on over to this clinic, I saw that they had this little filtered water machine with ice and water. It doesn't taste the same. And yes, I am one of those people who can taste the difference in water. And a lot of people are like, Mel, water ain't got no taste, no flavor. I used to argue with that. Like, no, there's good and there's bad. You guys, the water that comes out of that dispenser at my new clinic has no flavor. It's like drinking liquid air. Absolutely no flavor. It's not a bad flavor. It's not a fresh, crisp, refreshing flavor. It's like, it's strange. I'm like, I've never had water like that. And it took me a little while to figure out that's what it was. You guys, I'm lucky if I can choke down 140 ounce. 140 ounce, guys. Mind you, my body was so used to 440 ounces of water. I'll drink one. And I have to force myself. There's no flavor. There's no crispness. There's no fresh. And people don't get that when I say it. But I've never tasted water that doesn't taste like anything. Nothing. It's just liquid void. It's so weird. It's cold. And it's liquid. That's it. Anybody else out there like that? I know I cannot be the only one. But I'm going to finish my dinner. I'm going to put up the leftovers once they cool. And then we're going to get in this kitchen and make us a banana nut loaf. And then I'll see y'all at 2 in the morning when it's finally cooked. Okay, guys, dinner is done. How I went from, I don't know if I can eat, the smells of food are making me nauseous, to polishing off a whole plate is beyond me. But it's okay because I feel better. I have more energy. I think I just needed to eat, guys. But the leftovers are put away in their little toppers, okay? I'm waiting for them to completely cool down before I put them in the fridge. Because I was raised understanding that if you put leftovers in the fridge before they're cooled all the way through, bad things can happen to them. You can get food poisoning or something. Is that... Yes, guys. I still have the 16-year-old balloon up. I don't know why I haven't taken it down. But anyway, is that a real thing, or is that just something, an old wives' tale? Has anybody ever gotten sick from putting leftovers in the fridge before they were completely cool? Let me know. Because I'm sitting here wasting time waiting for them to cool. But anyway, I got everything ready to make this banana bread. I have the oven preheated, and let's get it started. So the options for it, I don't have the 8x4 loaf pans. So the options that I have are a 9x5 and an 8x11.5 cake pan. And according to the Google, I can make this recipe in either one. But they suggest a loaf pan. Otherwise, I'll have to adjust the baking time for a cake pan. So I went ahead and greased up my loaf pan, and now we're going to get to these ingredients. Mashed bananas, 2 eggs, and a box of cake mix. Okay, so here are my nannies. Ew, that's a little squanchy in there. But granted, they have been sitting out for a couple hours. But that is 4 bananas. Some say use 3, some say use 4. But that's 4. You know what? I don't like the way that looks. I'm going to scoop that out. I don't think so. And they're so soft. I'm just going to go at them with a fork. I was going to beat them, but I'm scared that they're going to make a splishity splashity mess. So I'm just going to mash them with a fork. I'm just smashing them up along the side of the bowl to make sure I squish every big hunk. Okay. I think that is okay. 2 eggs. It said large. Yeah, that's what I had. 2 large eggs. 1 box of yellow cake mix. I saw one that said butter rich. I'm kind of wishing I had grabbed that one. But it is what it is. Okay. And because I don't have any walnuts, I decided I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. Just something A little bit of extra flavor. Okay. This was not in the recipe, guys, but it's what I'm doing. Some cinnamon and some nutmeg. Nutmeg is one of my favorite spices. Y'all are probably like, Mel, if you were going to do all that, why didn't you just use the spice cake mix? Because I'm going to do that with apples, guys. But here we go. Scrape the sides, make sure this all goes in there. Look at my old beater, guys. I swear this is from the 90s. I think it's one of the first things I bought for myself when I moved out on my own. And it's still going. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that all the flour is incorporated. Yep. It's all mixed. Let's pour it in the pan. Okay, y'all. This is a lot of friggin' batter, man. Oh, goodness. I don't think this is gonna be the right size. Well, if it looks like it's going to overflow, I'll just make a few little cupcakes. But no, it might work. My hands are clean, guys. Okay. It is currently 7:15. I have this set at 350. It says 45 to 55 minutes. We know that's a whole lie. But there we go. Okay, guys, we'll see in about an hour what's happening with that little loaf. It's been 5 minutes, guys, and it already smells really nice in here. I washed the baking dishes. You guys, y'all know I never put my clean dishes away, right? I have a whole Jenga situation happening with my clean dishes. Well, y'all remember that little cup that I showed you guys that I found in my trunk after hearing it roll around and roll around? The little cup that I found at the bins? It survived so long in that trunk, back and forth, hitting the sides of the trunk. Not one chip, not one ding. I washed it, sat it on top of my Jenga pile, and just now as I was stacking up more dishes, I heard a crash and a shatter. I didn't even get to use it with tea. And the plan was a nice cup of hot tea with my banana bread. But anywho, the house is so quiet. I'm gonna have to turn the TV on, guys, because this is unnerving. Is there anything good on TV? You know what I need to be doing is getting online and answering and responding to y'all's comments. Because y'all have heard me say before, and I'll always say it, I never want y'all to think that I take y'all for granted. I never want y'all to think that your comments aren't important to me. And the hair shaving video, oh my gosh, you guys, y'all, the amount of comments on that video, I have not had a chance to respond to. Because honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I've always heard there are still good people out in the world. And I know there are. But when y'all come out like friggin' gangbusters and leave the comments that y'all leave, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know how to say thank you well enough, strong enough, deeply enough It's like there's no words. So if I go through there and you ever see a little heart on one of your comments, please know it's not just some generic tuk, 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 tuk. It's not what I'm doing. I am just honestly at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to thank y'all. So if y'all see a heart, know it comes from the absolute bottom of my soul. I just don't know how to thank y'all. I don't know what to say. And the friggin' comments on so many of my videos, but that one especially, it hits different because I was so nervous and so scared and so vulnerable. And that was the big step we took, guys. That was the biggest so far, the biggest situation in this situation that we've had. And I say we because y'all are going through it with me. And I just appreciate y'all. I don't want to get all girly, but I just appreciate y'all so much. And I love you guys so much. And then so many new people that have started coming on and just leaving encouraging words. Thank you to everybody, and to any new folks here, any new subscribers, anybody that has hung out and hung on to see how this is going to work out, to see us ring that bell at the end. Welcome to my little cyber family, my cyber sisters or my cyber brothers. I know there's a couple men out there. Just welcome, you guys. We don't do much here but thrift and bull fart around and chismear, and you know, every now and then I get on a good gossip trip when it comes to my baby, my ex-baby daddy. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for just being here, for taking time out of your day, because, man, we're all so friggin' busy. For you to have some downtime and use it watching videos of some chick in Texas, I appreciate that. I really do. You could be doing anything else. You could be relaxing any other kind of way, and you choose to get online and watch and comment and visit and get to know me and let me get to know you. And I appreciate that. Social media is a trip, okay? Social media is a trip. It's been good to me. It's been good to me, and I appreciate you guys so much. Whew, but I wanted to come on and say that as I look over and see the persimmon that I wanted to try. I'm having such a good afternoon, such a good evening. I'm having such a good evening. I better not try it. And I probably shouldn't try it alone, just in case I am allergic. So maybe we'll put that off for someday I'm not alone. But it might be malpasada. It might be too far gone. Let me show it to you guys, and y'all tell me, my persimmon eaters, y'all tell me if I need to start over. Hang on, let me get it. All I've read and all I've been told is I should have sat it with some apples, because I got it rock hard. Sat it with some apples to soften, and I should not eat it until it is very, very soft. You guys, is this too soft? Is this too soft? Is it rotten? It doesn't smell like anything. Most ripe fruit would smell like something. This is a hachia persimmon hachia. And I know there's different kind, because I saw these and then the smaller ones. I want to try it, but now, did I let it go too far? Is it far gone? Is it spoiled? Look how soft it is. Or is it perfect? Y'all tell me. I don't know. I don't know anything about these. But I think I'm going to put it away until I have a witness. Until I have a witness. Can I get a witness? Till I have a witness, guys. But I'm going to, like I said, turn the TV on because it's too freaking quiet in here. I'm tempted to go outside and see the progress on the fence, but it's dark, and Jason and the Chupacabras and Slenderman and E.T. may be out there. So, no, I'm going to stay inside, but I am definitely curious as to how it turned out. And I did ask him if he minded if I put my stuff back up on that fence, because technically that fence is mine. Like that was my fence, but because they wanted to replace it with an 8-foot, they went ahead and paid with my, I don't care, for the 8-foot boards. So they paid for it, but it's technically encompassing my little property. But he said he doesn't care. He said it's fine, you know. I can go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna have to redecorate my little back fence depending on how the planks are on this fence. But I kind of wish it wasn't so dark. I kind of wish I didn't have night blindness, because now that everything's said and done, by the time this little cake is done, it's still gonna be too early for me to be here by my lonesome. I'm all alone. I'm gonna be nervous. So I kind of wish it wasn't too dark and I could see in the dark so I could run off to my sister's house. But my brother invited me to his grandbaby's, his step grandbaby. You'll love them. They ain't no stepping nothing if you love a kid. If you married into the family or they married into yours and they come with babies, those are your babies too. Okay? It ain't no step grandchild. It ain't no stepson. It ain't no stepdaughter. It's your grandchild. It's your son. It's your daughter. Okay? Okay. But anywho, he invited me to his grandson's birthday party, but at the time I was preparing dinner and just feeling really, really bad. It's amazing what food can do in regards to how you feel. I feel so much better. I feel energized. I still got some sinus issues happening from, and I say that because I need a wipe. I still have some sinus issues, and I had a little bit of a throat issue this morning from yesterday. But for the most part, I feel better after I ate. I hope this bread is good. Now I'm thinking, maybe I shouldn't have put those spices in there. The banana bread that I made the last time, I could have swore I put spices in it. And it didn't come out tasting of a spiced cake. So that's why I was like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and put in some of these spices in it. Just to give it a little judge of flavor since I don't have no nuts. I hope it doesn't come out like spice cake. Because this and then the spice cake, which I think I'm going to do for Thanksgiving. I hope I didn't mess it up. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys when it is ready. And we will sit and have some banana bread. I refuse to have tea now since I broke my little tea mug. I may have a cup of coffee or another glass of water. I don't know. But I'll see you in about... Don't make me do math. I'll see you in a little bit. You guys, I forgot to put a tray under it. Oy, but it smells delicious. It looks beautiful. A few more minutes. Oh, it smells great. When I tell y'all this whole house upstairs and downstairs smells amazing, I'm not exaggerating. We're going to do the knife test because I want a piece and I know I got to wait for it to cool. But it smells so good. Let's do the knife test. So a knife in the center is supposed to come out clean if it's done. Yes! Woohoo! It is done! Let's get her out. Come here, you pretty little loaf. Oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. Hello, loafy goodness. Oh, it smells amazing. Did it stick? No, looks good. Loafy goodness. Okay, I waited as long as I could. It smells so good. It's still warm, which I like. I was going to put butter on it, but I want to taste it without butter on it first, just to see how delicious it is. But this is the best texture ever. I usually have like a really thick... This is just beautiful. Let's taste it. It's missing the walnuts. I don't know why I thought it was going to be sweeter with the cake mix, but it's perfect little banana bread. It's not overly sweet. You taste the nanners. The texture is amazing, guys. This is going to be my go-to recipe. Amazing texture. I'm glad I put in the spices. That's lovely. Let it set for a day, and then I'll slice some thicker slices and toast them with butter on them. It's going to be delicious. But as a snack, it is so good. This is definitely a go-to recipe. It's easy. It cooked in an hour. From 7:15 to 8:15, it was done. Perfect. So yeah, this is the way to go. So I'm going to finish this. Close all the blinds. Make sure no cuckoo's watching. Then I'm going to settle in to try and find something to watch. I'll probably fall asleep because I'm starting to feel a little sleepy. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Another day. It's been a good day. A long day, but it's been a good day. It turned into a very nice day. And I know part of that is because I came on to hang out with you guys. Had dinner with you guys. So I hope you guys had a fantastic Saturday. I hope you guys are going to have a wonderful Sunday. I hope you guys are resting, getting done everything that you guys need to get done. But I do hope you all get a little downtime before Monday starts. We're going to cross our fingers and hope that this week gives me Monday through Thursday, y'all. So until my next go around, guys, I love y'all bunches. Bye.